A bomb with the capacity to kill long after it's hit the ground is the focus of a major international conference in Wellington this week. Delegates from more than 120 countries are working on a treaty to outlaw cluster bombs. Political reporter Chris Farfoy talked to a former Serbian soldier who's among those pushing for a ban.
As a soldier in the Serbian army, Branislav Kapetanovic's job was defusing cluster bombs one by one. In 2000, he lost his hands and parts of both legs when a bomb exploded. Now he's defusing cluster bombs at a global level. He says watching Israel launch over 1 million of the bombs into Lebanon in 2006 brought back his pain.
It's even more painful to see that the same things are happening in the same way or maybe even worse.
Cluster bombs open in mid-air, scattering dozens or hundreds of smaller bomblets to the ground. Over the last 18 months in Lebanon alone, 20 people have been killed by unexploded bomblets, many of them children. Delegates from over 120 countries are meeting in Wellington this week, working on a treaty banning their use and production. Absent, though, are cluster bomb users and makers such as the US, Israel, Russia, China, India and Pakistan.
With a critical mass of support for the cluster munitions treaty, those countries that haven't been part of the process and don't sign up to it will still feel constrained about the continued use of those munitions.
Branislav Kapetanovic is hoping for more than constraint.
It's a new way of fighting cluster bombs, and he hopes that it's a more efficient one, because he knows that cluster bombs have to be stopped.
Details of the treaty will be thrashed out this week. It's hoped nations supporting it will sign up in Dublin in May. Chris Farfoy, One News.